Moving from outer chaos to inner balance, a 28-day immersion. Hi, this is Nirmala Shekhar, a body talk practitioner from Singapore, and we are on this 28-day journey together. Today is day 9. Today we're going to talk about our senses. When we see something, when we hear something, when we smell something, where do you think the seeing, the hearing, the smelling is taking place? Our eyes, our ears, and the nose, and the rest of the organs, they are just acting as sensors. They look at the outer world, pick up the information, and send information to the brain. And the actual seeing, the actual hearing, the smelling is done in the brain. So for example, if I were to show this to you, the eyes give information to the brain, and the brain then decodes it. The information, a lot of information is coming in, and the brain can't keep up with it because it has to perceive, it has to do the thinking. So at some point, it filters out some of the information coming in so it can do a better job of decoding the information that it has already received. When we go into a panic state, what happens? Say, for example, we saw some information on TV about the death rates in one of the countries, and that's the information that came in from the ears. It goes into the brain, and the brain then adds value to it, adds meaning to it, and starts decoding it. And if its past information, similar information, is perceived to be dangerous, then it goes into a frenzy. So it goes into an anxiety attack, it goes into a panic attack. And when that happens, because the brain is processing so much, it just puts a filter on any other things that are coming in. So what we are going to do today is going to shift the overworking brain's attention back to the senses. That means we're going to remove the filter, and it takes practice because over the years we have filtered out a lot of information, and we're going to look at this place where the information is coming in and into the brain, and we're going to say, okay, brain, hold on, do not go into a frenzy, do not go into overthinking mode. You found something, there's no judgment here, we're just becoming aware of what's coming in, and then bring the brain back here. So one information comes in from the sense, the brain tries to go into a mode, oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? And we are bringing the brain back here. So we're going to do that with each of our senses. And this is one of the easiest ways to come out of a panic attack or an anxiety attack, is to just do this exercise serially with one sense after the other. And you keep doing it for a few minutes, and then the brain, because the brain, we're not allowing the brain to go into this, we're just saying, come back to the sense organ, come back to what's being seen, come back to what's being heard, come back to what's being smelled. So we are not allowing the brain to go into a frenzy. And this is a beautiful way, beautiful exercise, a very simple exercise. So I will just demonstrate, and then you can try it at your own time. Ideally, a minute or two at least for each of the senses would be perfect. So for example, if you're focusing just on the inputs from the eyes, so you just tune in and then without moving your head, just going to see if we can look at the edge, periphery of the vision. Can I see with the corner of my eyes the fingers on both hands? Yes, I can. And then I bring my attention to the entire field of what I'm seeing. So I'm being very intentional about what I'm seeing. I'm being very aware of what I'm seeing, bit by bit, every part, without filtering anything out. And there is no brain going into, oh, this is what you saw, this is what it means. Nothing. I'm just observing dispassionately, unbiasedly, everything that I'm seeing. And when I'm done with that, I just give my eyes a little bit of a rest, and then I focus on my ears. What is it that I can hear? And for the other senses, it may be helpful to just close your eyes. So we're just going to close our eyes and tune into what is it that I'm hearing. I can obviously hear the sounds from the other room. I can hear the clock. I can hear the aircon. And I can even hear the lights. So you tune into your ears, and then you tune in to see what you can smell. And now if you don't have very strong smells, for the first few days, we may not be able to smell anything, and that's fine. That's because our brain has been filtering out for so long that we may not be able to smell anything. So we just make the attempt to smell and get that smelling muscle activated. And the best time to try the taste would be when you're eating something. So you try the exercise when you're eating. For the other times when you want to do this exercise and you don't have anything to eat, you just skip that particular taste organ and sense of taste, and then you move on to the sense of touch and see what are the things that you can feel on your skin. So for example, the texture of what I'm wearing. My legging is a different texture. Can I feel the hair next to my neck? And you try it this way. So you spend a minute or two with each of the sense organs. And then we go on to the next stage, which is, so what have we done till now is we have activated the sense of awareness of the inputs that are coming in from the senses. Till now, the brain had taken over the inputs to attach a meaning. We are moving it back to say, no, just be aware of the inputs that are coming in from the senses. There is no need to decode it, just be aware. So that was the step one, being aware of each sense one by one. Step two, we're going to integrate two senses. That means we are going to integrate the awareness of the inputs coming in from two senses. So I could maybe see and hear at the same time. So the next 1 minute, I could just observe and hear without filtering anything, observe and hear. And this takes a little bit more practice. And with practice, you will find that it becomes easier. And also the magic then happens. Because when we start integrating our awareness of two or more senses, our brain, without any effort, automatically goes into a meditative mode, which means there's no anxiety, no panic. It's just automatically going into a meditative mode. So give this a try, the power of the senses. It's not even the power of the senses, it's the power of the awareness of the senses. And when we start integrating them together, it becomes magical. Give it a try and let me know how it is, how it goes for you. This is Nirmala Shekhar signing off for day 9. I'll see you tomorrow on day 10. Thank you. Bye-bye. Namaste.